Last time on Shaman King, in the battle against Redeem, Faust was killed, but his spirit lingers on, being of a great assistance even in that form. And while Yo managed to defeat Redeem, it was time to move on to Caleb. But Caleb, being one of the good ones, gave the boys a chance to rest and recharge for the day ahead, as that will be the day that decides the Shaman King. And now that the boys are all rested up, Caleb has come for Horo to finally see what the boy is made of, and to finally reveal the true Horo. Let's check it out. Show the world who you really are while you still live. Usui Horuku. It's the trigger words. Don't call me that. Ooh, those eyes. Never call me by that name. I left that name behind long ago. That's the name of a bastard who murdered the woman I loved. Oop, flashback. Usui-kun, huh? That's an unusual name. Episode 50, Falling Damko. Now, I can't really pronounce Horuka either. Mind if I call you Horo? You sure can drool, huh? Her name was Damko. Not her real name, of course. She's a transfer student. Her dad was working on building a dam in town. That's why her name was Damko. Hey, so can I call you Horo, right? Shut up. Whoever told you could give me a nickname? You really shouldn't be hanging out with me. You're new here, so maybe you don't know. But when you hang out with me, you'll also be an outcast, and it seems we've got plenty in common. I had no idea she was an outcast too. Once the dam was complete, all the villagers in the area are going to end up underwater. It was all against one, and she sure didn't have a home court advantage. Do whatever you want. Alright, that was the day we started hanging out. Whenever the others weren't watching, of course. But, Haruku, you are not to consort with that thing. That foolish human who means to steal the god's own land from under them. She's none of your business. Besides, it's not like that. Your face is turning red. It's not red. Haruku, I hope you have not forgotten the meaning of the name given to you. We are children of the gods. We live in harmony with nature. Man has slain the wolf, one of the land's gods, and now he means to bring the very earth beneath his feet to ruin. Remember, you are a wolf. You will bear your fangs for the sake of our future. I don't understand the meaning. I don't get what you mean. My people were only able to lead normal lives because our ancestors faced terrible discrimination and never let it keep them down. See, that is very true. What is it, Anue? Is that how you say it? They're essentially what Native Americans are to the United States. And various different other lands have that kind of stuff too. Canada has a very specific native people who are very in tune with the traditional culture of that civilization. But I've heard stories, even in today's world, these people aren't very well treated, very isolated, pushed away. I don't have a lot of the specifics, but of course there's still discrimination no matter what. And this thought that if you push them far enough away, you won't have to think about them. But we are starting to live in an age where the plight of those less fortunate is becoming a lot more apparent. It's all just a matter of how do you deal with that? What can you contribute? And actually having the will to actually contribute and help out. Horo, you haven't said a word to me since that day, you know. Hey, what happened? You think I came here to flood your village too, huh? Wait, Horo, you promised you'd take me to the butterbur fields in the spring. Answer me, please. Do you hate me now? Is that it? That's not how it is. I'm just too big of a loser to tell you that you and I live in completely different worlds. Damko never showed up at school again. The next time I saw her, it was already spring. Once all the snow melted, they finally found Damko's body. She took off after me that day and got lost up in the mountains. I learned all over again that I am the lowest of the low. I gave in to despair. Different worlds? Give me a break. We took all that discrimination and threw it back at her tenfold. That was when I gave up on everything and threw myself into my training. Also, I could one day become a shaman good enough so that I can apologize to her. To create a huge butterbur fields that she loves so much. That's right, I'm the one who killed her. And I stood by while they flooded my village. Pathetic, isn't it? This is who I really am. Very good, Horo. That story always got me. It's very reminiscent of the one story, Anohana. If you've never seen it, That story. We can't remember the name of the flower we saw that day. I think that's how the full name goes, but it's hard not to blame yourself for something like that, because it's just like, had I been there, had I still been with them, maybe something would have been different. But you had no way of knowing that she was still chasing after you, that she was still pursuing you. And he was young. But it's like these adults told him to just isolate her, blaming her for something beyond her control. It's the biggest example of children don't grow up with hatred. They're taught hatred. They're taught discrimination. Like, yes, her father, parent, whatever, was doing something that you didn't agree with. Fine. But that's between you and them. Do not bring your children into something like that. Like, just because I don't like someone, I would never tell my child or nephew or niece or whatever, hey, don't play with their children. No, that's unbelievably selfish. I do not believe in teaching children hate. It just leads them to pain. God. Horror story always gets. Thank you. Now I can fight you with all my heart as well. Horror. Sorry I never told you. If you're really disappointed in me, I can't blame you. But at least let me take care of this jerk, so you guys can move on with or without me. Don't worry. Your journey won't end here, Horror. After all, you've got me, don't you? I'm going to give it all I've got. Yeah. Oh, man. This story is so last minute, but it always gets me so emotional. This can't be. Why are you? You finally told the others about me. That was the promise I made when I became a Koropokoro. What promise? On the day after I froze to death on that snowy mountain, they came to guide my soul. But I kept refusing to let them, and they became worried. That was because I wanted to hear the real reason you wouldn't see me. And then he showed up. If you want to remain on this earth, there is but one way. Join us, become a spirit of the forest, watch over her land and her people. Those who become Koropokoro can return to their originally form for one fleeting moment, the moment your master's heart of ice finally melts. I didn't understand what he meant by that, but now I do. You've finally shown your true self, haven't you, Horo? I will forever remain by your side as your spirit companion. Ugh, my eyes are like freaking watering so much. Like, I know it's not the best story. I know. But this one always touched me so much. It just always got to me. Because it's just like that feeling. Like she clung on to life to stay on the mortal plane. And if you go back to the story, like staying on the mortal plane, it doesn't have good consequences. You become this lingering spirit. It's a bad thing. And it's just like, okay, so if you want to stay here on Earth safely and be able to like be with this boy, you will become this spirit. And you will connect with the boy, you'll get your answer, but it's only after he's decided to open up about this, about why he acted the way, until you were finally able to get your answer. That's when you will be able to appear to him in your true form. It like gives such a deeper meaning to everything that Horror has been trying to accomplish. And I just really like the story. I really like the direction. It just really, it is my favorite thing for Horror. It really is. I'm sorry, Kororo. I'm sorry, Domoko. Kellum, I owe it all to you. See you, Caleb. Yeah, you don't even see how Horror takes down Caleb. But it's just like, it's murky how it happened. But something about that understanding. Like, it's just like with Yo in his fight with Radam, like, intense feeling gives you conviction. That conviction strengthens your spirit. Your strengthened spirit, it strengthens your Furyoku. And that's kind of the path this story has been leading down. And with Horror just having this moment of revelation, having this moment of forgiveness, clearing any murkiness in his heart, he just gained this enough power for it to defeat Caleb. Now, whether or not Caleb was still holding back to a certain degree or what, he still had to die in order for them to be able to pass forward. And I always feel bad about the death of Caleb, but it was, there's so many whirling emotions for this moment, and it just always gets, it is by far my favorite moment in this series. The moment that just really hit me the hardest. And the anime did an excellent job. Alright, I spent enough time on this moving forward. I'm indebted to you, who understood my heart so well. Great. Who knew Horror had such a cutie in his posse? What a shock, huh? but I can't imagine he'll be too useful now. Oh well. All we can do now is hurry on our way. Let's go. The forest plant. He's got a lot to think about. Horo can sit this one out for a while. Opacha has been asleep for a while, but then again, they had to wake up very early, and Opacha was very small. Hey, get out here already. My dowsing isn't turning anything up either. That's right. Scour every nook and cranny. And with Clear Coat, my chameleon spirit ally, and our amazing Oversoul, I can erase every trace of my presence. I actually don't remember this guy, even when I'm right behind you. Oh great, we're getting nowhere fast. That's not true. Isn't that right, Renu? How did he know my name? Every officiant watching over a plant that plays to their strength, considering which plants and guardians remain. The odds you and your chameleon spirit are stationed here are overwhelming. You've already shown us what your spirit can do. Now I'm sure you've chosen a place where you can keep an eye on us from a position of safety, which narrows down our search down even further. Our culprit is over there. It can't be. Just kidding. I was just buying time. Time enough for the child to track you down. She sensed your presence right away, you know. Opacha, your mind's so noisy, I can't sleep with you around. Oversoul, Heron Mama. If we didn't have her ability, we probably would have been in a lot of danger. Yeah, I think it's time you told us. You haven't told us about her powers yet, right? Remember the day Hal came to stay the night? Can't sleep. Same for me. Your thoughts are racing. They're keeping me up. Sorry. If you're that curious, I suppose I could tell you. The secret of mind reading. The most important and main cause is loneliness. Loneliness? I wonder what that person's thinking. I wonder if they hate me. The stronger those feelings become, the more honed the person's ability to read minds grow. Huh. Interesting. Take Anna, for example. Her parents abandoned her because her powers were too strong. All throughout her childhood, she studied the faces of all the adults she met. Her ability to read people grew a little stronger every day, and the thoughts of others floated in her mind, birthing demons in time. I commend you. That girl was seized with such strong dark thoughts, and you saved her. I didn't do anything. It was all Matamune. Speaking of him, I had a friend like him once, you know. His name was Ohacha, a yokai spirit that I met 1,000 years ago. He must have rubbed off on me in some way. Why else would I have named Opacha after him? So Opacha's like a Heian name. Heian is eras of Japanese history, so kind of like if 1,000 years ago you normally would have named someone Richard, but now most people would name someone Richie, you know. Not even calling them Richard, they just name their kid Richie. You know, I mean, Hal comes from 1,000 years ago, so a Heian name. I digress. My point is, everyone possesses this power more or less. Anyway, if we hope to stand against Hal, he gave us the biggest hint we could have hoped for. But why would he open himself up like that? If I knew that, everything would be much easier. In other words, he's just a drama queen. Yes! Look, even Anna pointed it out. Hal is a drama queen. He really is. There's no way around that. This is essentially a giant hissy fit he's throwing. Because he's lonely, he's sad, he has all these emotions, and to a certain degree he just wants attention. I know that really kind of diminishes him in terms of how people perceived him with the previous anime series, but that's how a lot of villains come down to. They're babies. Even Dr. Doom in Marvel, he's a baby. Talk about his mom. There you go. Oh god, how's just anime Dr. Doom? Weird. But usually when you get a great villain, usually their situation comes down to emotional baggage. Horo's back. What do you mean? What happened to me? You want to save Hao, don't you? Save him? That's the only way we can defeat Hao. And it's the true purpose of the Shaman fight. I finally understand myself. On the 7th plant, the caravan, you're facing Necron of the Patch and my scorpion ally, the Yellow Whip. Yeah, it sucks the chameleon guy was such a short situation. I'm like looking at him, just like, I don't actually remember this guy fighting. And there it is. It's just like, that's why I don't remember him fighting. Although, oddly enough, despite the fact that Necrom should be like this big situation, I don't remember his fight either. I don't remember Talon either. Like, a lot of these fights I don't remember still. But then again, it was over 10 years I read some of this stuff, so forgive me. It also adds to some of the excitement that I don't fully remember a lot of things. Like, I remember Horror Story. That stuck with me. Necrom, Talum, I'm sorry, guys. I don't remember your situation. It's him. I am strong. You can all attack me at once if you like. Necrom, made of 100% little bitch. We all know you want to fight me. Just come out and say it. I did kill your brother after all. Ooh. I am a patch efficient, and I will remain impartial to the end. Oh man, his weapon, it looks so much cooler than it did in the other anime. I'm sorry, I hate throwing shade on the other anime, the original anime, but it's just like his whip, his scorpion thing looks so dinky. But if you insist on fighting me alone, who am I to refuse? What was that? You call that an attack? Ooh, Basan Golden Punch, Basan Spirit Flame mode. Huh? You're weak. This is more than enough. 100% integration. Chinese slash dance. Wow, haven't seen that in a hot minute. He's almost too strong. If you want to beat me, drop the facade. Show how you really feel for once. Shut up. You think I'd let my emotions get the best of me now? I am a proud efficient of the Patch Tribe. You won't survive this battle, but you still have time to hate me. You still have time to be your true self. I wondered what you were playing at. You think you're Caleb now? Hate me? Be true to yourself? You're a hypocrite. You're not the one who can put an end to the cycle of hatred. Oh? I can, by enduring whatever hatred comes my way. That day, I vowed I would never waver in my quest to bring an end to the cycle of hatred, and I finally found my answer. You can kill a man, but you can't kill his spirit. If the heart is immortal, then how do you kill the hate in your heart? I know now. You suffer. Surpassing what you feel in your heart won't make it go away. Summon the second spirit you hold so dear. Then I'll finally stop toying with you. Promise me you won't regret this, Tauren. Oversoul, plus purple kick. I'll show you the true power of my late brother's spirit ally. Thank you, Tauren. Finally, my heart is free. Purple kick grants me leg strength the other officiants couldn't dream of. Dance insect. Good, Necrom. You should have done this from the start. You're right. Jeez, it's not over yet. Dreaming needles. My scorpion's poison will take your life and won't disappear as long as I'm alive. You have no choice but to go all out now. Tauren. Thank you. Now see what happens when I go all out, Necrom. Jeez. You're fast, Necrom, but you can't escape lightning. That should do it. All the scorpion poison is gone. What's wrong, Ren? Have you finally found your path? You make for a pretty cool villain, you know. It's not like that. I'm so worried I can't stand it. What if all that hate eats away at me? What if I manifest my own demon someday? Damn. Taking it right back to how. See, now that I've seen that, I do remember Ren holding Necrom up by his ponytail. Nothing else outside of that. I remember Ren was being savage, and I was just like, what the fuck is going on? Like, Ren, dude. But I get what he was trying to do. I mean, if he wasn't going to defeat Necrom, let it be with Necrom having the clarity of going all out. Just embracing what he's feeling, not trying to suppress it, because having a wavering emotion makes you weak. We see that throughout this series. It was a good idea. You got us, don't you? And you know, there's another way to kill the hate in your heart. Love. Remember what Marco said. Go and hit Hal with all the love you've got. You'll find someone someday and start a family, and then I'm sure there'll be no room for hate inside you. A family? It's so fascinating looking back on that. Telling Ren, it's just like, hey, go out and get a girlfriend, dude. Did you guys just feel that? My heart almost jumped out of my chest. It felt so heavy and so dark. There's no mistaking it now. He'll awaken soon. We've got to hurry on. Yeah, now they're just blasting through the plants. The ocean plant. I'm the officiant of this plant. Tell him. I can't have you interfere with the awakening of the king. Let's get started. Oh, it's the guy from the restaurant. Tell him. It took me a while to actually kind of think about it. That's him, right? When Yo and Hal were getting coffee. Very well. You shall face me. Ren, god of thunder. Going for a lightning fast victory. Haha. I'm impervious to lightning. Electricity doesn't work on grass type, bitch! That's funny though. It travels through my trees and into the ground. My ally, green seeds, is the spirit of plants. There's one thing that plants can't stand, and that's the cold. True. Nipopo punch. Oversoul. Skunk cabbage. I have more than one ally. Skunk cabbage can bloom well below freezing. Ooh, vines. Oversoul. Clematis. Oh, clematis. Okay. I'm afraid he won't be moving any longer. You're pathetic. Here comes the sushi chef. He's gonna make a mean salad. You know what we do with those? We chop off the leaves and pickle them. Oversoul. Garden balsam cannon. Huh. Ooh, he used bullet seed. Oversoul. Margina tokelis. A cactus? This cactus absorbs water very well. I wonder how your flames will prove against it. I still have countless other plant spirits. Opacha, what are you doing? They're tremendously Furyoku efficient, you see. Huh, that's wild. Plant spirit. After all, they're the oldest spirits of this planet. Millennia of Earth's wisdom given shape. That's the power of my spirit ally, Green Seeds. I guess that means it's my turn. You're Chocolate McDonald, right? You have a keen nose and command the winds of laughter. I'm all out of time. Let's make this quick. Oversoul. Oh no, Rafet. Oh no, it's the corpse plant. Jesus Christ. Yep. Oh god. Yeah. Oh. The second foulest smelling flower on earth. Yeah. Oh god, no. It smelled directly attacks your nose. Want to take it from here? I'll just get started. I like how capable this guy is. I love his knowledge of plants. Oversoul. Oh, what enough? Oh, guarded basalt cannon. Oh, he just summoned a massive... It's mega seed cannon. I'm going to fire every seed at once. You've got no place to hide. Let's end this. The power of wind I trained for in hell. What form will that power take then? Howling gusts, storms, a hail of bullets. A hurricane so strong it sweeps up everything in sight? No, I need much more incredible power of wind. This is it. I'm a meek oversoul in the air. He's using the air. I mean, yeah. He's just using what Hao used. Hao uses the air itself as his medium for the spirit of fire. Chocolate is literally just using Hao's own technique. I actually love that. My Furyoku is being sucked into the air faster than I can channel it. What's going on? Talem's oversoul. Just as I thought. The wind dries out the land, killing all plant life. It brings down mountains, cracks, boils and crushes over, destroys the earth, leaving nothing but desert behind, weathering. I must destroy you before you realize the power's true potential. You don't know when to quit, do you? And he goes out with a smile on his face. It's just like, he's just impressed. It's just like, damn. Hey, he didn't go all out, did he? Aren't they protecting the plants? What are they thinking? They always go all out, I think. I'm finally beginning to understand too. Your answer's just around the corner. Next up is number 9, Silva. Yeah, you're starting to kind of see that, despite how some of the patch have acted in the past, consider how some of the others have also acted. Byron, the dude with the chameleon, they gave a massive hint when they first showed up. Silva's arrival, telling them don't stray from the path. There are so many things that tell you outright the patch have given Yo and his team as much info as they could to make sure it's just like, hey, if you can't get past us, that's it. But we're not going to use any of the tactics that would make this harder on you. We're not going to allow you to get lost. We're going to make sure you understand what you need to do. We're going to let you rest. And for a lot of them, they're even kind of delighted when they go down. And it's kind of nice, Next time, last test Shaman fight. Coming down to the wire. I really did like that. Talem's fight was fun. I'm so sad that I don't remember that. I guess it just went by so fast. I didn't digest what was actually going on, but it's just like, yeah, it really does show. It's like, and Yoda and his friends are really questioning. It's just like, it's starting to kind of feel like maybe the patch don't have their hearts fully in what they're doing. To some extent, no, they don't. They still have, their hearts are in it so far as it is their duty. They have the conviction and the willingness. It's just like, if I have to kill you to get the job done, I will. But there's also a slight part of their heart that's just like, I'm kind of hoping you win. It's just like, I really kind of hope you win. It's just like, I am bound by my duty. I will do my duty to my death. But if you defeat me and win, I'm not going to be upset about it. is kind of the nice double situation with the Shaman fight, with the fight against the Patch. It's like they made sure, it's just like, it's like, you guys who are invading, you need to fully understand what you're up against. You will die multiple times, as many times as it takes. You'll be in situations that you might not be able to overcome. You will run out of Furyoku. You are going to hit a time limit. It's just like they have tried to intimidate Yo and his team at every conceivable turn. Time after time after time after time. They have made sure that Yo and the group understand this is everything you'll be dealing with. And some of us, you're going to have to kill, and you're going to hate yourself for doing it. But if this is the path that you're on, if this is what you feel you need to do, this is what you need to understand. Man, this episode got so much out of me. And even though elements, of course, feel rushed, I'll be damned if it wasn't just some really good moments that are just really solid. Like, this was a really solid episode. Would have liked to have lingered on the situation with Ren, if only just a little longer, but it's Ren coming to conclusions that he's already had, just reaffirming his conviction in those, that he will take whatever hate may come his way and do his best to overcome it. Oh God, I feel like I could just keep going about the finer points of the story overall. Like, it's a moment where I'm just remembering why I love Shaman King so much, and I'm glad the anime brought this out of me, like from the emotions where I was bawling my eyes out before, and now I'm just really excited and really like caught up in the moments and the characters and the elements and just let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Were you feeling this episode as much as I was, or am I just an overly emotional little bitch? Feel free to tell me whatever in the comments. But also subscribe so you don't miss out on the next video. And until then, I've been Duuz-Diz-Din, and I hope to see you in the next video. Till then, bye-bye!